Look at how many boxes this is. And they're not even small boxes. These things are absolutely massive. They're like blocking the view of the Supra right now. Like I can probably completely conceal the Supra using these boxes. Like it's that much. Anyways, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you guys have been following the channel, you'll know that I mentioned I have a whole bunch of mods coming for the Supra. I wasn't lying. Look at all that. So huge shout out and thank you to Keys Motorsports, Brian and Gary and all the guys over there who made this possible. So not only did they help us with the performance stuff on this car, but also all the aesthetic. If you guys want to know what's on this car in terms of performance, well, quick rundown: femto unlock, stage 2, downpipe, exhaust, about 430 wheel horsepower, and over 500 pound-feet of torque to the wheels on the Supra, which is absolutely insane. So it's already a performance piece, but today we're gonna start making it look the part and transform it with everything in those boxes. So now in today's video, I'm gonna try to get through as much as possible. My goal is at least 2 mods, but there is no way we're gonna install all this today. So stay tuned guys, because this is probably gonna be the first of many videos about transforming this Supra. Something I do wanna start off with that I feel like the car desperately needs is a front lip. So now it is on me to go through all these boxes, unbox everything, which I won't bore you guys with that process, find where the front lip is, and a few of the other mods I'm hoping to install today, and just get started on that. So again, if you wanna see the full transformation, stay tuned, because this thing is gonna look insane. And here it is, the new lip for the Supra. You guys can tell it comes in a few pieces, so it's kind of hard to visualize what this is gonna look like on the car, but I guarantee you guys it's gonna look way more aggressive. We have a few pieces, so this one is going to cover those little like side fins. This piece is gonna go something like that. And then this piece is gonna be on the bottom and it's gonna connect to this. So again, it's gonna be hard to visualize it, but I'll install it and you guys can see what it looks like. So we're gonna start off by cleaning the area just to make sure the 3M tape has a nice clean surface to stick onto. Next, we're gonna try to line it up and make sure we get it in one shot. Mom's spaghetti. After that, we're gonna repeat the same exact process on the other side, cleaning it off, using 3M tape to stick it on, trying to make sure we line it up perfectly. Hopefully I don't mess it up, because that's gonna determine how the rest of the lip fits on. With those 2 side pieces done, we can move on to the bottom portion. This part is really tough because you have to make sure it lines up perfectly with the left and right side. At this point, it's gonna show if you mess up those first steps. Afterwards, we can move on to the front piece. This one is honestly the easiest to get on because it kind of guides itself in there. But just make sure you don't forget to attach it to the bottom portion, because that's what helps it all stay together. And there it is guys, the new front lip for the GR Supra. What do you guys think? Definitely one of the more tedious installs I've done on a front lip. There's just so many moving pieces. You wanna make sure everything aligns, because it almost kind of like relies on itself to stay together. Like this piece will connect to this piece, which will then flow into this piece. This piece will also connect into this piece again, right over here. There's actually not too many places where it'll directly contact the car, so you have to make sure fitment is good. And overall, it is pretty good. I would say the area I struggled with the most is this right over here. You guys can see there's a bit of a gap, but otherwise, it's pretty good. We're actually not done with the install yet. We still have one more thing to do, and that is to put self-tapping screws just to hold it in that much more. But given how low the Supra is, I'm actually gonna have to raise up the car so I can just do that. And there you have it, the new front lip for the Supra officially fully installed. Self-tapping screws are in there. Does it feel solid? Nah, that's debatable. But maybe in the future, I'll take off the bumper and put some proper nuts and bolts to hold this thing down. We'll probably have to do that soon before we go and destroy it. But anyways, with this new front lip, I gotta say, the M3 and the Supra look so good next to each other, because the Supra doesn't look stock anymore. Like, they both look like 2 nicely modified cars. Although the lighting isn't really helping the black Supra right now. But you guys can probably, hopefully tell, like, look at that. These two things look sick together. It's honestly so satisfying. We got the Supra as a rebuilt title, It was clapped out, had some ghetto window tints, a ghetto faded out hood, a wing that wasn't my style, a whole bunch of stickers, and a whole bunch of just missing parts. And oh, even the headlight, that was also messed up. But we've taken it to a fully stock car, and I say stock as a compliment here because it finally looked normal again. Like, it wasn't clapped. It's been clapped ever since I bought it in August, but now not only is it not clapped, but we're finally modifying it, and it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a car that I'm proud to take to a car show, to take out with friends. It just looks like something I would want to drive. It just looks so freaking cool. But I gotta say, because the front is looking so aggressive, the rest of the car is kind of lacking. So let's work our way back here and install this right over here. I'm sure it was painfully obvious, but just in case it wasn't, these are some carbon fiber side skirts, of course, for the Supra. It's gonna carry on that same wing design, and the cool thing about it, it's gonna add some extra girth. That's a weird word to use, but an extra girth on the front over here. So because this lip is so aggressive and it makes the car a little wider, with this added bit over here, the sides definitely look like they're lacking, but those side skirts are gonna help carry that through all the way to the back. And I mean, come on guys, you can guess what's gonna go on in the rear. So these should be way easier to install than the front lip. It's just gonna be some 3M tape all across, and then again, similar to the front lip, it's already pre-drilled for some self-tapping screws. So that's gonna make our lives a lot easier. So similar to everything else, we're gonna start off by cleaning it, then lining up some 3M tape to make sure we can stick it on nice and solid to the side of the car. Afterwards, we'll line it up and try to stick it on first try onto the car. And then once that's all done, we'll jack up the car so we have a little more space, so I can actually fit a drill underneath there, and we're just gonna line up a whole bunch of self-tapping screws to make sure that this thing goes nowhere. That was legit so much easier to install than the front lip. The side skirts are super simple, super easy. The fitment is way better, although the front lip is good, don't get me wrong, but the side skirts, it's like pretty much spot on. Again, this design element right over here is gonna help match the front lip, and then it also has that like winglet look back here. It doesn't completely block the original one, so again, kind of matching the front, but it just adds an extra element. So the sun is coming down, the lighting isn't the best, so you guys can't really get a proper visual of the Supra. I also still have to install the other side, which I'm not gonna bore you guys with because it's gonna be the same process. So what I'm gonna end up doing is installing the other side. I'll come back tomorrow with some better lighting, and I'll show you guys the final product.
We're bringing the fire. I just been bringing the fire. And they can't stop me. They know that I'm bringing the.
And here it is, guys, the new and improved Supra. This thing looks so freaking good. Oh my goodness. The front lip, it definitely like just toughens up the front end of this car, which I think it needed the most. The sides definitely look a lot more aggressive, but the side of this car always looked good. It was always the front end, in my opinion, that was lacking. But now, look at this thing. Now not only is my M3 super low and it's a pain to get in and out of the driveway, but I think this Supra is gonna be as well. Like, look at that. We have like a fist, maybe even less. I do have big hands, but still. Also, something I did end up doing was putting those little like plastic shields underneath just to help us out. If I hit this lip head on, it's definitely gonna get destroyed, but at least if we scrape on anything, you know, it'll save it a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. I came here to try to get some better lighting, but the lighting really isn't that much better, so sorry guys, I'm trying my best here, but look how good that thing looks. Every time I show this to my friends or my family, they always say it looks like the Batmobile, and I couldn't agree more. This thing looks so freaking good. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with it now. Don't get me wrong, the Supra always looked good. It's such a good looking car, even in its stock form, but now it just looks so much more aggressive. It's more of a head turner now. Like, it looks a lot more unique and special, but the area that's lacking right now is the rear end. I gotta say, the rear end of this car is my favorite when it's stock, but now it looks a little naked. So you guys can already guess what we're gonna do next. So if you guys wanna see more stuff for the Supra and the final transformation, check out next video because we're gonna do it then. Well, actually, that's not even true because we still have more stuff to do to it, but most of it is gonna be done in next video, and then we still have some additional stuff to do. So stay tuned, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop it a like. It helps me out big time. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.